IVM.
I'm Zarina Poonawalla, host of the Empowering Series podcast on the IVM network. I am your peak performance coach and leadership coach, and I'm here to share with you productivity tools, life-altering techniques, and real-life hacks to help you achieve your maximum potential in everything you do, in your relationships, professions, and most importantly, your life. So let's thrive, grow, and evolve together, one episode at a time. Recently, WHO, or the World Health Organization, celebrated World Health Day. And their theme for 2021 was building a fairer, healthier world. Now, I thought this theme was absolutely relevant and apt to all of us, considering not just the pandemic, but the resentment and hostility around us. A fairer and healthier world. My understanding of the word fair is rather simple. It's being just, being equal, putting humanity above everything else, sharing the planet equally without claiming superiority. That's all it really is. And healthier, well, with the pandemic and all of 2020 trickling into 2021, need I say more about health? You've probably heard enough. You've heard too much over the past year and a half, I guess. But it's not just about the pandemic. Having a healthier world requires all of us to take care of ourselves, take care of nature, take care of the world, the globe, take care of other people. People who are just like us. Now, how do you think these two are related? Being fairer can impact your environment, work on the external factors surrounding you, your socio-economic status, your lifestyle, your community, your positivity, your mental health. And being healthier is a personal impact, one that adds endurance, strength, immunity, and saves you from spending enormous amounts on medical bills. We have all lost someone or known someone close who lost a special person in their lives, especially during recent times, haven't we? And while we saw lives slip through our fingers, we learned how important health suddenly is and how lightly we tend to take it. How much for granted we take our own bodies and minds, filling it not just with junk, unhealthy consumption, but also negativity, anxiety, and toxicity. And we're not just living unhealthy from within, but look at our surroundings. Look around you. There is so much suffering, so much hate around us. There is no equality in most countries. Either we are fighting reservations in our own or rallying across borders for African, American, Muslim, Asian, refugee lives. Just maybe, if we decided to be slightly impartial, curb our greed, communicate without political agendas to feed our bellies, show empathy and compassion, share with the underprivileged, address disparities between developed and developing countries, genders, income, and healthcare, have each other's backs, count on our blessings, and remind ourselves that we are not indispensable. The world can be a beautiful, beautiful place. So let's join hands towards a healthier and fairer world for all. Let's give peace a chance. Let's give love a chance. Let's give humanity a chance. Be safe, be well, be empowered. If you liked this podcast, don't forget to check out other interesting podcasts on the IVM network. You can listen to us on the IVM Podcast app or ivmpodcast.com. You can also follow us on our social media. We are at IVM Podcasts on Twitter and Instagram.
I hope you enjoyed that show. If you aren't following us on social media, please do. We're IVM Podcasts on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. Would like to thank the sponsors on the network this week, thewholetruthfoods.com, Seat, PayPal, and Cred. We thank you all for your support. Tune in to The Note, where Maruk Inayat talks to Dr. Bipin Joshi about the second wave of COVID. He calls it no less than World War III. On The Habit Coach, Ashton was joined by Yoshita Dave, who's a sex educator and intimacy coach. On Paisa Vaisa, Anupam Gupta was joined by Amit Thakkar and Hiral Jain of Market Pulse Technologies, and they talked about trading in Indian markets. All Things Policy by the Takshashila Institute had on board Mihir Mahajan and Pranay Kotastane to talk about the recent changes in the Indian intellectual property front. You should definitely check out the Cyrus Says episode with Ace casting director Mukesh Chabra. They discussed some of his best work. We also had Ira Mukhoti, who has authored various books on history and mythology from a female gaze. The IPL season's in full swing, and we have Edges and Sledges in English and Khel Niti in Hindi if you want to check out cricket content. Really great conversations on both of those shows. Do check those out. And with that, I hope to see you again next week.
Want to learn something new and have a few minutes to spare? Well, then go for the Traveling Professor's Diary, where I, Siddharth Deshmukh, the Traveling Professor, will help you glean from all the insights that I've gained from wherever I've traveled, learned, taught, and repeated. Join me every Tuesday and Thursday on the IVM Podcast website, app, or wherever you get your podcasts from.